Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and I'm going to show you how to download Maya 2022 on your Windows or Mac machines. Now, if you have a Macintosh, I'm not exactly sure how it will go as far as your download will look, but for Windows, Maya will work. Maya 2022 will work on a Mac or a Windows platform. So let's go ahead and get down to it. You want to type in Autodesk Maya Educational Download. Okay? And you're looking for Student and Education Software, 1-year license, Autodesk. Click on that. Okay, so unlock educational access to Autodesk products. Alright, so the first thing you'll have to do is you're going to have to sign in. Okay, create a sign in. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so you're gonna have to go through this process. So make sure you have a student ID before you even start this process. That's why I want you to start it as soon as possible. So your student ID number, you'll need to have. You'll have to have a card. So you might have to go there and take precautions and wear a mask and all that stuff. But go and get your picture taking and get all that stuff done so you have your card, your student ID card. At the very least, you're going to need to have a transcript, maybe, or an enrollment documents to show that you've enrolled in that class. Okay? Alright, so it's the Introduction to 3D Modeling and Game Art. So you'll have to have all those things, alright? So you'll fill all this stuff out. United States, education role, you're a student. Institution type, you're in a university post-secondary. Okay. And you'll click next. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this really quick. I don't know how far I can go because I've already done all this stuff and I don't want to mess anything up. Alright, institution type, post-secondary, date of birth, doesn't matter what date of birth I am, but you have to put your exact date of birth in there. And hopefully you're older than 18 years old, otherwise you're not going to get the software. Let's see here, so I should be, let's see, be good at 2000. 21 years old, next. Okay. Your first name, your last name, email. So you want to use your email address that is .edu. So whatever email address you have from the school that you got, you need to make sure you set that up first. So there's a lot of things you got to do. You got to make sure you set up all the stuff you're supposed to be a student at JCCC. So make sure you do that. And this is where you put your password in. So your email is your user account. Okay, and your password is your password. So when you put a password in and it goes through, make sure you write both of those down and tape it to your computer, because you're going to be coming back in here again and again and again to get software. So you click I agree and create an account. So just because you created an account doesn't mean you get stuff for free. They go through this process of making sure that you are a student too. Okay, so they've tightened things up a little bit. Alright, this is about as far as I can go with you, and then once you get through all that, then you're going to get to this page. So let me go back to the point, if I can go back. There we go. So you'll get back to this point. So you'll get all that done, and then you'll sign in. You'll get permission, get whatever. And whatever numbers, or if they give you any numbers at all, make sure you write them all down. And then all I have to do is sign in, because I've already got an account and everything. And you can see that I'm using my account from JCC. Okay. Next. And then, of course, my password. Oh, I got so many passwords in my head. That's not the right one. There it is, I hope. Okay, and then it gets me through. And now you can scroll down If you're this far, you're doing great. Scroll down and then click on Get Product. Now, the only reason why it doesn't show, oh, I guess it does have Mac, so you can go into and pick Mac if you have a Macintosh. I'm going to click Windows because I have a Windows. What version do you want? We want 2022, the latest version. Okay. Do we want English? That depends on you. So English. All right, and then install. Okay, install. Now let me talk about install. So if you install from the server, what happens is that you really have to have a fast internet service, and mine isn't that great. My downloads are pretty slow. So you have a choice. If this doesn't work and it corrupts your file, you'll have to uninstall Maya. Okay? But if you have a fast internet service, then click install. It'll install it from the site, the website. Download will download a server document to help you to load it up. I'm going to do download. Okay. Alright, so there's my download right there, 2 gigs. It's telling me how much time I have left. The reason why I do download is if it does get interrupted, there's a lot less fuss, because the fuss I'm talking about is that if it installs from the website and gets interrupted by anything, it will stop and just hang there. And here I can download it. It's on my desktop, so it's downloaded. I don't have to worry about the internet anymore, and I can double click on it and it'll install. It takes a little longer this way because you're doing 2 things. You're doing one, you're waiting for the download, and it won't install. It's just downloading the program. And then 2, you got to double click on it and then open it up. So it takes twice as long. But I think it's more stable this way. Okay? So those are the options you have for that, and that's really up to you. If you have an incredibly good, if you have fiber and your internet is really cooking and you're going fast, then go ahead and install directly, because then it saves you a bunch of time. And just beware that those issues happen when you do a full install from the Autodesk website. Now the Autodesk website could go down, right? So the only reason why I do the download again is to just play it safe. I probably could try the install. I've done it before and it's worked okay, but I don't want to take that chance, and I want to show you this way too. This makes it a little bit easier. Okay, instead of you watching this dial go around take forever, I'm going to pause it and we'll come back. Alright, I'm back, and let's go ahead and find it. So it's in here. Just click on the arrow, go to show in folder. There it is. So we want to take that and put it on our desktop. So let's go in there and slide it on in there. Okay, there it is. So this is where we're at here. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this for now. I'm not going to close it or anything. I'm going to go to install and see if that'll work. So I accept it and see what happens here. Okay, so there's the exact exe files. Go in here, show in folder. Alright, so let me try that. It's been a while since they've changed how they've made a download. So I've downloaded it, and then I've done this. Let's bring that in there. There we go. And so let's see if that will work. Okay, that's why I kept this open again. So I downloaded it first, and then I did the install, and it gave me this folder. So they've made some changes in how they do this, so that's okay. Let's see what happens here. Double click on that. Okay, preparing for installation. That looks pretty good. Okay, something else is going on here. Okay, so choose where to install. I'm just going to let it find its own thing. If you click on here, you can choose your own directory, but just let it do its thing. Click next. Okay, it looks like I've got my Python installed and USD extension for Maya installed. So these are all installed previously, but make sure they're all set up. I might have problems with these later because I did a tried to install this before and it gave me all kinds of errors. So I'm going to try to install it this way. So here we go. Install. And it will kind of, once it gets all finished, it'll highlight these areas here. You do not want to cancel install. Let it run. Make sure you're connected to the internet. Hopefully it's working okay. Okay, got good news that it got everything in there. All the check marks. That's great. If I click on start, I don't know if I'll lose my video, so I'm going to go ahead and stop my video and restart it and see if I lose it. Alright, so I'm going to start this, and if it restarts my computer, at least I have my files that I can go back to for this video. Alright, I'm going to click on start and see what happens. It's going to take a while to pull everything. Use default preferences, choose preferences, copy. We're going to click on use default preferences the first time. This is a good sign. License verified. That's really good. They've really made good strides in getting this licensed. Okay, so that's really good. I had 2020 and I had this updater file, this right here, Autodesk Desktop app, and it wanted me to update or upgrade to 2022. I did that and it totally destroyed my 2020 and 2022. So I had to uninstall both of those and then go back on the website the way I showed you to get the educational version. Obviously they gave me the 30-day version, the app did, so be careful with the app. Alright, so this looks really good. I'm really happy with that. I can see that it's Autodesk Maya 2022. Okay, and here's the new settings. As a student, I don't know if this will help you or not. You don't know any of the features unless you've had or used Maya before, so I don't know if this is going to help you at all. But if you want to know what the new features are, you can keep this on. You can go ahead and highlight what's new. Show this as startup. This will come up every time. So I'm just going to leave those on. I don't know if you want those on. It's up to you. If you do not want this to show up every single time you open up Maya, just turn these off, or just have that one on and turn this one off, because this will show this at startup. So I do want to know what's new. Okay, I do want to know that because I've used Maya for a long time and I haven't used 2022. Okay, so the last version I was using was 2020. So they skipped 2021, which I think is really weird. I think they had a lot of problems with 2020. So they just skipped everything and went right to 2022. So that's what we'll be using. I'm going to click OK because I don't want to see this every single time. Click OK. There we go. And it looks like it's running okay. I can see the interface. I'm holding down the Alt key and my left mouse button. Now, if you're using a Mac, you're going to have to set up your left, right, and middle mouse button. Okay. So that means you're going to have to go in your preferences and set up a middle mouse. You're going to have to get a different mouse for your Mac. You cannot use the flat one-button mouse that Mac has. It won't work. You have to have a middle mouse button to zoom in and zoom out and all that stuff, and you'll have to set it up in the Mac. Okay. You can find videos on that. You can just type in 3-button mouse setup for Macintosh for Maya. Okay. So you can type that in. Alright, so this is basically the interface. Don't let this freak you out or anything. It's pretty simple to use. And if you want to get started, there's a help file up here, and I want everybody to do this. So you go to help, and you go to 1-minute startup movies. And so as long as you're set up with the internet, you can click on that. And hopefully it takes a while for them to find them. There you go. So I want you to follow all these, and this will help you with your mouse and how to get everything, how to move around. So watch all 6 of those before we even start, okay? Watch all 6 of those, and you're good to go to get started with the first Module 1 assignment, okay? You got to learn how to use the mouse and the interface first before you can do anything else, okay? All right? Great. Okay, I'll see you in Module 1.